Hi, everyone. I am April Jones. I am the founder, educational coach, and main facilitator for Birth to Life Early Care Institute. I'm so excited that you are watching this video right now because I know that there are plenty of parents out there that have babies, some even have twins, all of these different things. So I wanted to talk about tummy time part two. Yes, part two. So in the video before, I mentioned some things and I wanted to recap and just elaborate a little bit. So, did you know that babies are so in tune to our emotions? They're in tune to our feelings, environment. They are in tune to multiple things. And a lot of times I've noticed that we have children that's homeschooling more than ever now. And I'm seeing so many different lesson plans and activities for children, preschool, toddler, even kindergarten, our middle school, our high schoolers. But you notice what? We're missing? We're missing activities and literature and things about our infants. Learning starts within the womb, actually, but infants, they pick up on everything. It's an optimal time of brain building as well. And the things that we implement to our babies, the resources, the nurturing relationships are all precursors as to how they will learn moving on from from the infancy stage. So I wanted to talk about tummy time. Tummy time is so important because number one, children learn. We want to build relationships, and infants pick up on so many different things. They're already using their senses, they're already discovering language, hearing language, trying to make sounds, trying to make words, all of those things, even before they get to the younger toddler stage. And we're talking about the stage before 1 years old. So let's set up an environment, a visual environment. So picture in your mind how you're going to set up this tummy time environment. Number one, you want to get a soft, comfy blanket or a comforter for your baby to to be able to explore. You want to invite a very comfortable environment. You don't want something that's too rugged or hard or anything like that. And I know some of this might seem like common sense, but I really want you to look at what you're going to utilize. It doesn't have to be anything fancy dancy. If you have a big comforter and you just want to fold it in fours, you can do that. But we want to really make sure that that area, mainly for the tummy time, is something that's relaxing for your baby. Another thing we want to look at too is also making sure that your baby is already fed, have already been changed, and things like that. Have comfortable clothing. I would suggest something not too constricted, a nice little onesie of some sort. Something that is not having the feet constricted as well. You want something that your baby can move around and wiggle their hands or feet. And I will get to that in just a moment. So you're going to look at all of those different things. Just like us as adults, do we really concentrate if we're tired, we're sleepy, and we're hungry? So make sure that you're trying to schedule the tummy time when all of that is taken care of. Another thing that we want to look at too is materials. Like, what do you have in your home, or what could you inspire to extend this learning time? So you can bring a book, you can bring a stuffed animal, something nice and plush, you can bring a ball. I wouldn't bring too many things, but those are things that you can just start out with. Remember, this is just part two of the series, and we're going to lead up to other parts of tummy time as well. So we're just doing a first beginning stage right now. Did you know that, before there's so much emphasis on reading books and children knowing how to read at a certain age and learning sight words and all of those things. But before all of that happens, I'm going to give you two words to remember. Phonological awareness. Again, phonological awareness. See, when I was in school, the way my teachers taught me was to learn the alphabet and learn words by sight and memorize. But actually, before you begin that stage, your talking and your words are actually sounds. So the first step of phonological awareness usually is listening, and then you will move into sounds. So during your tummy time, what I would like for you to do as a parent is to make certain sounds, or you can tickle their feet, tickle their hands, do things your baby would love. You know your baby. You've been studying your baby. So do all of those wonderful things and watch their reaction. Watch their emotional reaction. That is something, as a school administrator, and I was a teacher for 15 years, that was actually a standard. Looking at the emotions of the child and see if they will respond to the communication and different cues that the teacher would facilitate. So look at if they raise their eyebrows, make their eyes big, or they smile, or they squirm, or they move from side to side. That is a strong indicator for them learning and brain building. So do all of those things. Also, too, just don't limit the environment to your home. Take them on the patio. Take them outside. If you take them outside, maybe you want to leave the books behind and bring some leaves, or bring a flower that you could just drop down below them, or bring leaves, or let them touch a piece of grass. All of those things, you're getting them awakened to the natural environment as well, which is important because it is their environment and you're giving them opportunity to explore. So once you have done this a couple times, I want you to start getting a journal and jotting down things. You don't have to write something for use an entire page, or feel like you're writing a book. You could just jot down something. Oh, when I tickled his feet this time, I noticed that he moved his head around and he tried to move to the right a little bit more often. So I'm going to incorporate something different. Or you could just say, oh, smiled during this touch, or laugh when I said this word, or when I made this noise. He really liked that. He really, really liked that. Just something simple, because I want you to track that progress. And if you don't track it every time, it's totally okay. Remember, these are just the beginning stages of tummy time as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I plan on developing a series just for infants where we'll talk about, I mentioned phonological awareness and brain building and materials and setting up your learning environment and the materials that you can use and why. This will take a whole entire series. And I know that you're ready to invest in your child's education. A lot of people think about investing in their child's education when they get to elementary school, middle school, high school, or even college. But the time now to invest in your child's education starts in the womb, and when they come out of the womb, and the day that they are born. That's actually when you start that education. You are your child's first teacher, and they are learning so many wonderful things from you. So I hope you continue to tune in. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me at birth2life5@gmail.com. So that's birth, T-O, life, number 5@gmail.com. You can follow me on YouTube at Birth2Life. You can follow my Instagram page at Birth2Life5. And you can also follow me on Twitter. And I cannot forget about my Facebook page. My Facebook page already have a number of resources that you can utilize, and I will be attaching some resources to this video as well. So tune in, and I hope to see you again.